We're in a new area today. We're trying out these little hills here. They kind of go up. They got some quartz in there. It looks like some bedrock, other rock. Don't know. I'm not a geologist. I just look for gold. So yeah, we're going to explore all these little hills and holes. So let's go get some gold. But look at this. It's gold. It's on quartz. So see, it comes around there, all the way up to there, and a bit of a wall here. I reckon that could have been a little hut where they lived. Bit of a hole there, probably an animal hole. Another one there. I'm not sure about that. It's quite, yeah, could be anything in there. I'm gonna have a quick look around here. Come across this area here this morning, having a look around this nice rock structure here. I've come across these before, and I actually like them because it tells me that they worked this area and had fires and probably maybe even an old building. Who knows? It's a bit deteriorated, but this is the area that I'm working, and it comes down into a gully. There are mines back up to your right, so we're going to start looking around and see what happens. So I moved away from that other area, and I've been following this bit here. There's a bit of mounds and stuff, but only smaller quartz, which could hold something along the way. Now, it looks like they've been taking this out of here, and all this here, that's just erosion and stuff that's fallen in. There are some rocks down here, and what looks like to be a bit of a mine happening there, and a hole. I'm just going to have a look up to here. There's somebody's been digging out into the wall there, and I'm going to have a look just above that where that hole is on the top of the screen. I'm going to have to go back a little bit. Originally this was cut out a fair way, and I thought that it was going to be like a gully or a riverbed or something, but I've gotten to the end here, and this is what I've found. So must have been some decent works to go on to find this stuff, so I'm going to at least give it an attempt, climb over these rocks and everything, over these sides. I did do a video a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, where I found one of these, and it ended up being really good. So we're going to go check it out and see what happens. So I've come through here, just a quick scan on that bit down there that looks like it's eroded on the right. Yeah, so let's get into it. These are a bit of a nice hole here. It's not too bad. It looks pretty good. It's like right in this quartz rock there. That's a quartz rock. And somebody's been having a go along here and into there. And I know that because when I spin around, there's evidence of somebody's been crushing it on this rock here. So maybe they just smashed it on there for fun or whatever, but I didn't get any target response out of there. And this kind of goes up. I haven't been up there yet. So, but this is a hole that I found. I'm going to have a quick peek in there. It looks like a pretty good spot. You can probably see in better than me. But I'll see what happens. We're going to go check it out. So I've just climbed in here. Looks like they were looking at the roof there. Somebody's, maybe that's modern day exploration, because it's got orange spray paint. There's a bit of a hole there, probably an animal hole. Another one there. I'm not sure about that. It's quite, yeah, could be anything in there. I'm going to have a quick look around here. Yeah, more spray paint on the roof, if you guys know what that is. There's all quartz here too. That looks like it's probably all filled in. But we are kind of probably in the quartz rock then, Could have been modern day. There's a bottle there, Coca-Cola bottle on the ground. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to make of this, if it's modern day. But yeah, it could be a tunnel that were filled in. Don't know. Don't feel like getting chased by a wombat if it is a wombat, but would they come across this rocky stuff, or you let me know. Before I do anything else, that's quite steep up there. I'm going to go and have a look at that, because maybe that section that looked like it was closed off, maybe it comes from the top there, so we're going to suss it out. There's the other side of it. So I come up to the top now. I did have a look in there. Was getting a little bit of lead, but the quartz is nice and stained in there, eh? So I come up to this bit here. People. Walking track. People. Walking track. So I've come up to this bit here. It kind of, yeah, there's a tyre in there, and it's got 2 holes in the one. And there's a nice little walking track just there, so I'm gonna bail off down here again. And there is quartz around here, but there's a track over there, and I don't really particularly like to talk to people when I'm detecting, or have them see where I'm going. They might recognise me by the mask. I've got Skippy watching me in between centre screen. Looks like maybe even got a pouch on there. Can you see it in there? Probably won't let me get too much closer. And off it goes, I think. I think he wants to show me where the gold is. It's alright, mate. I know I've got a balaclava on, but I'm not going to come and get you. He's up there. He's watching. He's pretty tame, actually. Hello, mate. How you going, big ears? He does have a baby, can you see that? Little head hanging out the pouch. Having a bit of a feed. Unreal. And it's not a he either, it's a she. Very good. I'm going to go to the left of her. I did get a target here, so if she hops off, I'll let her go. It's just in the top stuff, so I highly doubt it. It's not like the other area, but we are heading back to that area. She's still watching us. Alright, so as you can see, it's just on top there. I give it a scrape, and at first I thought nah, but look at this. It's gold. It's on quartz. So I give it a mouthwash, and don't know how much more will actually be inside that bit. I will show you around this area. On top of a hill here. Only walked maybe 30 meters from that structure. There is like a gully in there. So I'm in the right zone. I have found gold today, and we're going to go check this area a bit more in depth and search the ground a bit better. But it is going to be a pretty good spot. I've never been here before, and I'm going to mark this one down as a saving spot, and hopefully I can pull out a few more bits today. Another bit of a structure, more of a rectangle, a bit big to be a fire pit or something. I reckon it was a little hut. You're going to walk over this way, give you a better look. So see, it comes around there all the way up to there, and a bit of a wall here. I reckon that could have been a little hut where they lived. There's a little bit of a mound a little bit further, another hole out the back there, and then not far from there, this big hole. There's a couple more heading back down that way, which I'm going to go in a second. I'm going to just scan this side of the hill area and keep going. So I've done a bit of searching on the left there on that hill where I found that specimen, and I was getting a lot of split shots. And pretty much I tested that specimen that I found, and you pretty much have to touch it in order for it to make a tone. So I'm guessing I was lucky. We're going to follow this around, and it comes out and around that corner and back around again. We're going to see where that leads us. It's a nice day out, so yeah, we're just going to explore a bit more. That actually wasn't a bad trip. We did find some gold. We explored a new area and it actually worked. So that's a bonus. It's a win for me. We got to look at those, that mine and that hole there. Even though we found no gold next to that part, we did find gold up here. So that was pretty cool, seeing that kangaroo with the little joey. It was like watching us. I don't think it led us to gold though, but that sometimes that's the way it is when you're the unlucky prospector.